Hello members, in this lecture we are going to discuss how to design a simple circuit that works on a timer, and in this video we are going to look at an off delay timer. So this timer is going to switch on a circuit only if we energize the push button. For example, if we energize the circuit, it is going to be on immediately. Then this timer is going to count the number of seconds or minutes that we shall give it. It counts downwards. So if we say after 5 minutes turn off the output, for example, motor or a light, then it will count from 5 to 0. When it comes to 0, then switches off the motor. So without wasting much of our time, let's create a new project, and we are going to call it off delay timer. Say yes and let it create the project. So we are ready to start on. Now, when this environment comes in, we need to add a device that is going to work as a controller. So we go to add a new device, click under controllers, click on this one, and then we go to the CPU that we are going to use. Let us use that. Then click on here, make sure that you have a version which is above 4, then you say OK. So here is our CPU which has been created, and it's time now to check its settings so that we don't have issues during the running or during the configuration of this device. So we go to properties, under general we go to protection and security. So under protection and security, we come here, we unselect this and make sure that we give it a full access. Then we also check if this is under protection here. If this is not selected, then we are okay. What else? The next one is to write a ladder logic program. So let's click on program blocks and click on main. Then we come and add. Let's add a push button. We are putting a normally open contact to mimic the working of a push button. Then obviously we need an output, so we shall bring a coil here to represent an output. So remember, we need a timer circuit or a timer device. So we go to under instructions, we go to timer, and then we bring off delay timer. So here we can give it a name of timer, and we shall create tags, because you need to put here tags that will have the name of the devices that are here and also their addresses. So we go to PLC tags, show all tags. Then you come here, we are going to call it a push button. Then we shall also have a motor. And now the motor is our output, so the address is going to be Q and Q0 then 0.0. So we are done. Let's just get back to the ladder logic program. So here we add our what? We add whatever we have already defined as tags. So here this should be a motor, and then this one, if we want the circuit switch off after, for example, 6 seconds, we can say 6s. And then here, that this is, remember, 6 seconds is the preset time. Then elapsed time is going to be, obviously, we can say elapsed time. So let's define the tag, and we are going to leave it in terms of time. So our PLC is ready for configuration. So what we do, we are going to let's start a simulation, and then it is going to configure itself, and then find a connection to the CPU, and then load the configurations, then it will be ready for use. So come here, we say start a search. So once a search is done, you load, consider trusted. So make sure that these configurations are cleared in blue. Make sure no red. So you load. So you come here on no action, say start module and finish. So here we are ready. What we are going to do is now to create a force table to help us do the simulation. So click on force table. So under the force table, you already have a push button, you have a motor, and that's all. So we come back to the main program, which is under main. Bring our force table first. Let the force table be here. And then we have our ladder program. So in running this, what we do, we click here on monitoring on and off to ensure that it has been configured well, the connection to the CPU has been established, and then we have power at the rung. So we have to wait and see that it is ready to be run. So here you can see it is in green and power is available here. So what we do, we are going to give this one a false. So once we give it a false, we force. So we can see there is nothing going on. So let us give it a true. We push our button and make it a true. So we force this value. Obviously, this is going to be on. But now it hasn't yet counted. So what we do, we turn this off. We turn our push button off. Then we force that value. So it is going to count going downwards until it reaches 6 and it cuts off the power supply. Okay, let's repeat. Give it a 1. We force the value of 1. It is on. And then we give it a 4. So when we give it a false, we force that value, and you will see that it counts backwards going to 6, from 0 to 6, and it switches off the motor. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how we can program a PLC using a timer. So all other complicated circuits in PLCs begin from such small circuits. So see you in the next lecture.